All right, so for week two, we're supposed to pick an object and talk a little bit about its doshic qualities. So I picked a fan, a particular Honeywell fan, and so let me go over some of its qualities. First of all, it's the color black. Black is sort of like a heavy color, so this would be a kapha quality. Um, it also is pretty smooth up here. The frame is very smooth. So smoothness, I think, would probably be kind of, I would say, also another kapha quality. Although the part of this frame here is kind of rough, where the air comes out. So this is more vata. All right. So we talked about kapha and vata in terms of what this structure is composed of. But there's also another quality inside this fan. Right inside here are blades, which are very sharp. That suffer them, and that sharpness is a pitta quality. So this fan, as far as structure is concerned, is both vata. It's mostly kapha, I would say, because it's black and it's smooth here. It has a little bit of vata quality, its structure, rough part of the frame here, and then pitta inside. Now, in terms of function, uh, if I took this cord here and plugged it into the wall and then turned it on, well, what would be created? Well, some air would be created, some movement of air. And so that is obviously the movement itself is a vata quality. Now, the question is what type of air is coming out? Well, if it's cool air, because this fan does both cool and warm. So if I set it for just some cool air to come out, then the cool air would be sort of, could be vata, could be kapha, but I would say because it's moving, it would be more vata. So it'd be a vata quality. If I turn on the heat, it would be warm, hot, it would be very hot. And that, of course, would be pitta. Okay. Also, when I plug this in, I'm also, and I turn it on, I'm generating electricity, which also is the movement of electrons. So that movement also, the electrical movement, would also be a vata quality. So in summary, vata is the combination of air and space. Obviously, the flow of air, the function of this fan, which is flow, and the air is flowing through space, that would be certainly a vata quality. But the type of air, cold versus cool versus hot, would determine whether it's totally vata or there would be some pitta there also if it was warm. And what is pitta? Pitta is a combination of water and fire, but the heat is also certainly pitta. So there is some, it's in terms of function, I would say mostly vata because plugging it in, we're getting electricity. We turn it on, we're getting flow of air. That certainly is vata. If the air is cool, it would be mostly vata, almost totally vata. And then if it was warm, we would have the vata and also the pitta. So the function of this, in summary, the function of this fan, I would say is, depending on the type of air, would be uh, either all vata or it would be a combination of vata pitta. But in terms of structure, certainly this is actually pretty, for such a small fan, it's actually pretty heavy. So that's kapha also. So it's black, it's a little bit heavy on the sides, it's smooth on the top, that would be kapha. The roughness in here, in terms of the anatomy of this, would be vata, and then inside with the blades would be pitta. So if I was going to do an overall summary of both structure and function of this fan, I would probably think that kapha plays a significant role. Certainly, vata plays also a significant role too. They would probably be pretty close to each other. Pitta less so. Um, in terms of the sharpness of the blades and then the heat that could potentially come out. So I would say mostly vata kapha or kapha vata, with some pitta in there also. Pitta being more third in terms of this particular object. All right, so hopefully that made sense. And that is it for today.